Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero, and we are back again talking about how CG is continuing to crumble, and it's hilarious watching the pieces just absolutely fall apart from CG themselves, and people wonder why I tend to go at these guys for continuing to do the shady and nasty things that they do, and it seems like another person is yet again waking up to the absolute nonsense that is going on within the CG crowd, or the new CG crowd as we like to call it over here. And we do have this post here from Student of God that says, he quit Comicsgate. Richard Embry has decided to leave CG over his wife not liking the Degenerates, aka Mint Salad, even though he's been on streams with her multiple times, and he's even supported the nasty degenerate crap that KatyDid herself has spread around the internet and laughed about on the internet, including an image that was fan fiction of a demon dog having relations with a minor, which is disgusting fan fiction coming out of Inuyasha. Not coming directly from the show itself, but it's a derivative of that. Also, Richard was not happy about Ethan, Shane, and others mocking Jimmy Reyes being a Christian, which is actually something that happened as well with Mike Barron leaving CG as well, because they are more than likely both Christians, even though it seems like Mike Barron would more than likely fit that bill more than Richard Embry would, considering he's hung around degenerates. So it's crazy to see how, again, that yet another creator is leaving CG behind, as they should, because you bring in people like KatyDid, you bring in people like Fraud Tony, and this is the nonsense and drama bullcrap that you get to come to know with CG, which it shouldn't be this way. It should be indie creators helping other indie creators, and it should be people just enjoying comics that are not woke trash. So let's get into the clip here from KatyDid herself right here.
I'm going up the chat. Rich also left the CGDM groups hours before the stream. That didn't help. I guess regarding Tony, I know at one point, I don't know if it was before or after, but he left a lot of the rooms. Well, he left the CG Green room a couple weeks back. He didn't like how the Jimmy and Christian Faith was handled.
There's a clip in the thread. We're going to talk about that.
Told him, that's okay, I understand. I just want to make sure you're okay. And then we talked about promotional string. And then he ended up leaving the Good Morning Confiscate room and several others last night, and I just kept feeling like something just didn't feel right.
This is the most boring direct that I have to sit through, but I sit through this for you guys, and I appreciate you for watching.
I've had people tell me, well, the internet's rough, it. Some people just have to step away from it. And I get it, yeah. You definitely got to step away from it if you feel like it.
Similar to how you almost had to step away when you tried to call out the Sasuke sisters for alleged degeneracy, and then the degeneracy came out about you, and you had to do a 12-hour stream of just putting out a documentary that they put out themselves, thinking you were getting some kind of W on the Sasuke sisters, showing how much of a hypocrite you were.
It's interfering in your personal life, or it's causing a lot of stress and all that, then yeah, I can understand that. That walking away is important. But you just launched your campaign. Someone opened.
Which, by the way, Richard Embry is going to be on John's Longbox's channel, I think tonight. It might be happening right now as this video is recording, so.
The door.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Look.
As he literally sits there on a stream with said degenerate. Degenerates.
Howdy!
You look.
So you got the person who's in love with disgusting fan fiction of Inuyasha, and then you have the water sport chronographer.
Look fabulous. You look amazing. I'm loving the hat. I'm digging the outfit, girl. Looking good. Looking good.
I only mentioned Isom before because I wanted to compare it to Blood on the Sword issue 1, which captivated me pretty instantly. And
nobody cares because you have a clear bias against the Ripperverse. That's why your words, as far as that goes, means absolutely nothing.
Rich had sent me a message, and
I truly apologize for how much dead air is in this crap.
I'm not gonna show DMs. But I'll read what he told me.
I'm not going to share DMs, but you're going to read it. That's the same thing as sharing DMs, you absolute moron.
Hey, Katie, first off, thank you so much for hosting, but I have to be honest with you, my wife feels disrespected by me streaming with an OnlyFans girl and was going to make a scene in the chat. It was such a positive stream that I didn't want to bring any negativity towards it. She told me to leave or she was going to blast some shit in the chat. All I could think of was to blame it on the internet. I reached out to Mint and told her that I will be having to honor the feelings of my wife and distance myself from being on streams with her.
Now, if that is actually the case as far as the DM and as far as the reason why he would be leaving CG and not just the whole mocking of Jimmy Reyes being a Christian, that would be honorable. But only if that's true. This is all alleged stuff as if she's actually reading that, because she won't show the DM, which she shouldn't show the DM. She shouldn't even be reading the DM.
I can't have these problems at my house, but I'm so grateful for your help and support of the chat.
But it is very interesting how he's had no problem being on streams with these people before, and all of a sudden now it's a problem.
I blame myself because I should have told Mint sooner, but I don't like telling people who they can have on their channel or where they can go. Thank you for your support, but I decided to just leave all group chats. If people need me, my DMs are open.
Which Richard Embry himself did not like that whatsoever, that happened. So he goes on to say, when you try to be kind, respectful, private, while doing your best to not bring any damage/drama to a movement, even though you brought the drama into the movement because of how much crap you talked about Eric July for the last year and a half, 2 years, don't worry, buddy, I've got it all recorded on my channel, so you can't get away from that. Who has given you so much, you're met with snakes. What creator would sign up for this, much alone want to stay? And she responds by saying, I wish you watched my stream near the end, the whole thing, then believe someone like Student of God who purposely clips people out of context. No, he does not. You know me better than anyone, Richard. I say nice things, and I said I fully support you. I still do, even though you don't care for me anymore. Which is, again, you reap what you sow. You decided to lay in bed with the degenerates, and then you ended up getting burned by said degenerates. So that's how it all shakes up with people like Richard Embry, who decided, rather than staying neutral like he did originally, he decided to jump on the bandwagon of hating Eric July because apparently he thought he was going to see a big boost in sales and money earned by doing so. And it didn't really pan out for him too well. He ended up getting criticized by our good friend of the channel, Bat Sauce, aka Student of God, as the joke we like to make on the channel, and he got really butthurt that Bat Sauce pointed out that there were no shadows with his reveal of a unicorn inside of a barn, because that was the ending of Blood on the Sword #1, was the reveal of a unicorn. The king's most prized possession was a unicorn with no shadows. So you decided to do that. Now your second campaign doesn't seem to be doing as well. Perfectly fine. You make your money. You put your book out there. You make your money. You do you. I would never say that no one could. Back Blood on the Sword Volume 1 or Volume 2. You can do with your money, with what you will. You are a grown adult. But don't be surprised when you decide to be a drama farming idiot and then you get burned at the end because you decided to be said drama farming idiot. But I thought this was absolutely hilarious. I still have to talk about the whole drama with John's long box as well, where John basically stood his own against pretty much the entirety of CG as they continue to crap on him. But what I'll do for that is I'll do a reaction to Alizmat's great video and give him, of course, all of the credit for putting together and compiling the information as needed. So thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like the video, smash the like button, comment below if you feel all this, subscribe for more content, hit the bell for notifications, set the bell to all, that way you'll get a notification anytime I post a new video or go live on the channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.